Previously, in chapter 16, we stood at the threshold between the divine and the demonic, the paths of light and shadow within every soul. Krishna did not sugarcoat the truth. He made it piercingly clear. The choice of who we become is ours, moment by moment. And now, as we move into chapter 17, Arjuna, still yearning for clarity, asks a deep question. What of those who worship with faith but disregard scriptural rules? What is their nature? This question is not just theoretical. It speaks to all of us who search, pray, love, and hope in our own unique ways. Krishna answers with rare grace and nuance. He speaks of the threefold nature of faith, Sattvic, Rajasic, and Tamasic, each flowing from the tendencies we're born with, shaped by our mind and karmic impressions. Sattvic faith, Krishna says, is pure. It leads the soul upward, toward clarity, kindness, truth. Those in sattva worship celestial beings, engage in devotion without desire, and give charity without expectation. Their offering is made with reverence in the right place, time, and spirit. When they fast, it is not to punish the body, but to purify the self. Their food is nourishing, calming, and brings joy and strength. Rajasic faith, however, is rooted in passion and ego. It is loud, performative, seeking results, recognition, or power. Rajasic minds worship powerful spirits or demigods, drawn not to enlightenment but to status, fame, or fortune. Their sacrifices may appear grand, but they are tainted by pride. Even charity in Rajas is given for applause or reward. And fasting? It's done to impress, not to uplift. Tamasic faith, the deepest veil. It is blind devotion without understanding, often destructive, driven by fear, delusion, or ignorance. People in tamas worship ghosts, spirits, or forces of darkness. They engage in harsh austerities that harm the body, believing it will please the divine. But Krishna is clear. Harming the self or others can never be true devotion. Tamas clouds the inner light until the soul forgets its own divinity. Pause here. Breathe that in. This chapter is not about judgment, it's a mirror. It asks you, what is the nature of your faith? Do you give because it feels pure or to be seen? Do you fast to connect with the divine or to punish yourself? Do you worship to awaken or to control? Krishna, ever the guide, now shifts to a deeper layer. He speaks of the power of sound, of sacred utterances, Om, Tat, and Sat, the threefold expression of Brahman, the absolute reality. Om, the eternal vibration, begins all sacred acts. It reminds us of the timeless presence of the divine in all we do. Tat, meaning that, frees us from ownership. It says, I offer this not for me, but for that, the infinite. Sat, truth and goodness, it affirms sincerity and the unwavering intention to align with Dharma. In every offering, every act of service, every vow of discipline, these words become anchors. They're not empty sounds. They are vibrations that lift consciousness. When done with these in mind, our actions rise beyond ego and merge with the sacred. But Krishna warns again, when sacrifices are done without faith, when charity is given without heart, when discipline is practiced without meaning, they are asat, unreal, rootless. They bear no fruit, either in this life or beyond. Let this sink in. It's not the ritual, not the outer gesture, not the label we wear. It's the bhava, the inner feeling, the purity of our intent. Real faith does not seek applause, it seeks alignment. Faith, Krishna teaches, is not static, it evolves with us. What we eat, how we speak, whom we worship, why we give, all are shaped by the gunas within us. But we are not bound by them. We can choose, again and again, to rise from tamas to rajas, from rajas to sattva. We can refine our faith, cleanse our intent, purify our offering. So ask yourself now, what do you believe in? Not what you were told, not what is trendy, but what feels true in your soul when you are alone, silent, stripped of titles and roles. This chapter is not just about religion. It's about the subtle thread that connects us to the divine. It's about how that thread can lift us or bind us, depending on the quality of our heart. Take a deep breath. Now, as we close this sacred teaching, let Krishna's final message echo within. Without faith, nothing endures. With faith, even the smallest act becomes luminous. Let that be your guide. Next, in chapter 18, the final chapter, we journey into the ultimate synthesis. All paths merge, all questions dissolve. Krishna reveals the grand culmination of action, knowledge, and devotion. Don't miss it. We've come this far together. One more chapter, and everything will make sense.